Steve and Jill here.
Good day.
Welcome to the House Academy Show, entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Steven Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWit, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about why SFRs are better than multi-tenant properties from an investment standpoint this day and age. Well, the obvious is a lot of people just don't feel like they need to pay rent right now.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to have more renters in a multi-tenant situation than I think an SFR situation.
And the laws are changing, but we'll get to it in a second.
Look at the numbers on that. I'm curious.
Before we get into it, though, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the houseacademy.com online community. It's free.
Jeff wrote, when you close with title, do you use a full contract like this?
And that's a 13-page Texas Real Estate National Association of Realtors or Texas.
Got it.
It's just a big 13-page agreement.
Got it.
In California, it's like 40 pages.
Or do you use a basic, this is funny, we talked about this too, or do you use just a basic purchase agreement? What do you send to the title company when you get the deal started? You know, it's funny. Thank you, Jeff. That's a good question. I'll answer that in just a second. I just hired a new transaction coordinator who is a former title agent, who is a former broker. And she said, when I started doing real estate deals in California, it was like a 5-page thing. And now we're like at a 45 or more page thing. It's kind of funny. I should ask her what were the dates on that. We should even have her on the show sometime, actually.
We should.
That would be really funny. Ask her some questions about that. I'm sure she has some
We
stories.
should have, you know what we should do is have her as a panelist for like a webinar.
Yeah.
And ask all those types of questions.
Wouldn't that be,
/.
Yeah, I could use Jan for that.
Deal closing. That'd
be really good. So, yes, I'm very happy to have Jan. So, to answer your question, the title, let me back up. I don't understand why there is this need to have all a 9 or 13 or however many page purchase agreement when a cocktail napkin with 2 signatures will suffice.
I agree to buy your property. You agree to sell it to me for $12,000.
Sign it, date it,
and that's it.
Scan it. Here you go. Title. We need to do this, by the way.
So the question is this: may I?
We need to do that. I need to prove this to somebody. By the way, I'm going to do one on a cocktail napkin and just prove to people that's acceptable.
Let's just take it down a couple notches. Do you need a purchase agreement to open escrow?
Technically, no.
No. Most escrow agents will do what you need to do is call him and say, "Hey, John, and here's his number. He's going to sell me his property for $12,000. Would you mind doing a purchase agreement?" "Oh, sure, I'm happy to do one. It's going to cost you a couple $100. We have a template one we use." So, do you need a purchase agreement at all? No. Do you need the stupid one that the state uses? No. Can you use the one that you actually send to people in our mailer? Yeah.
The one-page one that you made? Yep.
That's the answer to the question.
That's really it. That's totally fine. I was going to take it a step further because everybody thinks that, you know, this 14-page purchase agreement is going to protect me. Okay, you signed, you know, you change your mind, but you signed. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to even my 1-page purchase agreement. Could I go try to sue somebody over that? It doesn't matter if it's a 1-page agreement or a 14-page purchase agreement. I can hire an attorney and go after someone and try to sue them. But am I going to do that? No.
Are bigger, longer legal contracts better or worse for anything?
Worse.
Of course they're worse. A tremendous number of people in this planet believe that they're better. Mm-hmm. They believe that complicated stuff is better, mm-hmm. and that they're more protected. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's very, very telling. And the vast majority of the people that are in our group believe what we believe. Mm-hmm. That smaller agreements are easier, less lawyers are better. I can protect myself.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at the end of the day,
it's a sign of the times.
My whole point too is this: it's like, Jeff, don't make work hard for yourself. Be prepared that sometimes things don't go the way you want. There's gonna be a time in your career, more than once, that someone's gonna at the last minute gonna back out of the deal. It's just gonna happen. Are you gonna spend your time and energy chasing him and getting mad about him? No, you're just gonna walk away. His brother-in-law is gonna decide to buy it the day before you're closing, and he's gonna go dark, you know, or something. or he might even be nice to tell you, my brother-in-law bought it. Sorry, deal's off.
Won't even lose any sleep over it.
Yeah, it's going to happen. And you know what? And the reverse is true. You might get sick to your stomach and go, oh my God, I missed something in my due diligence. Maybe title agent uncovers something and you're like, oh, I thought there was legal access, and they uncover there is no legal access. And you want to back out and you're like, oh shucks, I can't. I'm in this agreement. You can back out. You can absolutely back out. And you can absolutely say, holy cow, dear seller, I didn't know it doesn't have legal access. This whole time you and I were talking, you let me believe that there was, or I'm whatever it is. I can't do it now at this price. And is he going to come at you? No. Not. We're 17,000 deals in. The bigger picture is do the right thing. That's all I have to say about this. Make it easier. Do the right thing. Things are going to happen. It's okay. Just recover and move on.
It's the nature of doing this, what we do.
Exactly. Make it easy.
Today's topic, why SFRs are better than multi-tenant properties. This is why you're listening.
You know what I think?
Yes, I would love to know. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I think that let's just line them up equally. Never mind that I don't have the numbers to support this right now, but I strongly feel that there are probably more multi-tenant rentals than there are SFR rentals. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with that completely.
Okay,
There's a lot of apartments versus houses.
Okay.
For rent.
So having an SFR rental thing, it's just a different mindset. You got a family in there. It's different people, but that's not even where I'm going with that. What's so funny?
It's so funny your perspective on this.
Oh, okay.
Mine's all money.
Okay. Well, here's
I don't really care about families.
I know. So yeah. Anyway, and it could be a family and a rental. So those are still can be apples and apples. But my main point on this topic is, gosh, if I have a SFR or if I have a multi-tenant and say it's a 4 or 8 unit, especially like a 4 unit, maybe even a duplex, God, one person not paying their rent this month could sink the ship. That's all it takes. I'm afraid of that.
Let's just say you're going to send a mailer out, and we've recently done mailers for both. You're going to send a mailer out for houses to buy and mark up $20,000 to $40,000 ish or more. Mm-hmm. Or you send a mailer out to multi-tenant properties like 4, 5, 8 unit buildings, or some number like that. Those two types of properties are valued dramatically differently. The SFR property is based on comparison values around either recently completed sales, properties that are for sale, and there's a huge emotional component. The people that buy houses to live in, they might like one on one block way better than the one on the next block, and they're willing to pay more or less for the property. So you have that working for you because you have complete control, by the way, over what you buy. Sure. So if you have a little emotional component and you love that, the house is cute and stuff, chances are the buyer's going to see that too.
I have a little emotional component for you.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
After all these years. Yeah. Multi-tenant properties are purely gauged on, there's no cuteness factor to a multi-tenant property.
I hope I have a cuteness factor.
I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Maybe between episodes.
This is me trying to break it up and make it way more fun.
Multi-tenant properties are based on capitalization rates or gross rent multiplier, all kinds of statistics. So the only way that a multi-tenant property works in my mind is if the rents are below market, and in a place like California, they're dramatically rising constantly. Affordable housing is a big word right now. So there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of stuff going on with multi-tenant property. And if you're lucky enough to get one at a good price where the rents are real low, kick everybody out, clean it all up, allow pets or some trick like that, lease it back up and resell it for a capitalization rate that was better than you bought it for. Congratulations, you made yourself $100,000 to $300,000. There's 60 moving parts there versus buying a house that goes like this. You buy a house for 60 to 80% of its value and resell it the next week for retail value because the market's going up just as much as the multi-tenant property. So if that's not super clear and concise, I don't know what is.
It makes a lot of sense. It really does.
If you got a strong stomach and you have a really good tool set, multi-tenant properties could work for you.
Yeah.
But the chances are you're not going to buy a multi-tenant property and resell it for more 2 weeks later.
You know what? That's what I was going to
In
say.
fact, you're not going to.
Here's what I would argue with too. This is my last point on this is, if I did the whole multi-tenant plan, I could expect to hold that thing for probably a minimum a year to 18
A year.
months.
I'd say a year.
By
A
the time I
minimum of a
move
year,
people
yeah.
out,
Right,
do the
Joe.
renovations we talked about, I add a little washer and dryer in there everybody loves. Now you add up the pets to lease it back up and sell it. If I'm lucky, 18 months. And what I could have, the amount of financial profit I could have made just happily doing easy SFRs in 18 months is, I would argue I could make more money
Yeah.
with a lot less headache.
I'm happy you could join us today.
Thank you. Happy you could join us today. You're silly. Where am I? Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can find us on the Land Academy Show. Tuesdays and Thursdays. For this last week, we are here on the House Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on the House Academy Show is called How to Go From Land Hobby Enthusiast to Business Owner. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
I'm excited for that one,
Me too.
That's good. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people spend too much time in the hobby zone, kind of like the friend zone. You don't want to be in the friend zone. You want to commit or move on.
Wow.
Think I'm kidding?
No, I don't think you're kidding at all. That's why
I just thought of that, by the way. It
that's why
just
it's
came to
funny.
me. Just like dating. Either commit or move on. Thank
Wow.
you. The House Academy Show remains commercial free for you, our loyal listener. So wherever you're watching or wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there.
We're Steve and Jill.
and
Information
inspiration.
to buy undervalued property.